To a very special world of sport. Tonight we'll be majoring on a new, indeed a very exciting sport, and you'll see what I mean in just a moment. And to help me along, delighted to welcome the Newtown star Oscar. You'll find out in just a few moments why I've become his handler. Well, John Cain was shamed into taking part in an assault course. Well, we've been waiting with bated breath here, and tonight is the night. Let me first of all talk you through the teams. In the blue team, there's Bob Warman. There he is, the skipper, limbering up what we hope will be a star performance. And alongside him, a view of Debbie Davies we don't often see. Seems as though it's a little bit chilly for her. Little helping hand there from Bob. And who's this? It's none other than newsman John Bannister. He looks fighting fit. And so does this man as we move from the feet to the face, the smiling face of John Cain, who looks in good form. Here's Stuart White, our continuity announcer. He looks as though he's ready. Those red socks are going to dazzle us all. And here's John McLeod, the man who was once in the Marines and tells us assault courses are second nature to him. Well, let's see how they are. Here in the blue is Bob Warman making some intrepid and slightly wary steps across that rope bridge. Now look at John McLeod. His training obviously come in handy, his little legs beavering away. And who's this getting into trouble? Ah, yes, the weatherman. Probably thought it was raining when in fact the sun was out. There's Mr. Bannister on the ladder doing one or two shaky things, as it also is for John Cain there as he disappears up to the sanctity and safety of a tree. Stuart White trying a new way through, but it didn't quite work for him, and he had to get back on course because the points were very important. And Debbie Davies here taking a steady lady's way, but proving that she's every bit as good as the men. Well, that was how the first round went, and I think you'll agree, indeed, some splendid action. Greens are just ahead, thanks to John McLeod, who put in a quite splendid performance there. But there's worse to come for our gallant six. We're about to rejoin them now as they take on the water jump. Perhaps John Oaksey will be there. No, in fact, it's Bob Warman posing for the camera. Or is he? Oh, no, he's trying to get hold of the rope. And straight into the water he goes. An early bath, an early ducking there for Bob. Pretty cold it was as well, but he's still laughing about it, even so. And lining up next, once Bob remembers what he's got to do and how that rope's got to be got back, is Mr. Bannister. There he is on the far side, taking his glasses off for the occasion. Bob's going to send him with the rope. Here he comes. Look at that dive, graceful as an elephant, I would think, and into the water he goes. Serves him right. I don't believe him. Not a rude word in sight, though, and that's John's turn. Now there's Debbie, right on the edge of the bank. Looks a little slippy there. Hope her feet are steady. Here she goes. Well, she decided in the end she was about 2 foot away from that rope, and the simplest and safest thing to do was just to go straight into the water. And out comes Debbie, a little bedraggled, not the way we're normally used to seeing our Debs. And what about this, McLeod, the man of the moment, the man who says he'll show them all how it's done? That's how it's done. 1 foot and straight into the water. No, he's still smiling. I suppose with the camera poked up your nose, he couldn't really do otherwise. Well, it's John's turn now to master the method of sending the rope back. John Cain waiting there. John's tracksuit looks as though it was made for him and a couple of other people. But undeterred, up go the sleeves, all ready. Try anything, John. And here's John McLeod with the rope. A few words of advice from someone on the sidelines there. I think it might have been Bob Warman helping him out, but John completely lost there and straight into the water. First of many duckings that some people were going to have as the day went on. John with a little help from the other John tries to get the rope. There it is. And there on the bank is Stuart White. Now, the man in the red socks, is he going to make it 6 in the drink at one go? Very calmly. And look at that, the man who stood in for Tarzan, I would think, on many occasions, judging by that performance, and a big, broad smile. Now, here's Mike Fisher, the man who runs this assault course near Solihull, and he's showing them the new trick they've got to do. Look at that. Easy as anything. Mike's done this many times. 1 rope, 2 ropes, across about 20 foot, well, almost across 20 foot of water. Got his feet wet. Pet there for Oscar. Let's see how the rest of them try. Bob Warman's first. Got his feet wet. But he's hanging on. No, he's not. And he's going back. He's not even coming across to this side. Bob decided that that's enough. His shoes running with water. Here comes the weatherman. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and he still missed it. He still missed it. He's coming back for another one. Go on, John, you can do it. No, he can't. Look, there's help from the bank. But John hasn't quite got the hang of it. But he's not going to let go of that rope, is he? Look, Bob almost fell in and took Debbie with him there, trying to give him a hand. But I think in the end, John is going to decide that he can get out of this with honour. Indeed he did, straight in. Second ducking for him. Now here's Debbie, dried off from the last time. Come on, Deb, she's got her feet wet. Not quite there, perhaps she should try a foot next time. Gentleman on hand. Here goes the leg, whoops, missed. Back she goes. Encouragement from the bank. But it's still another soaking for Debbie. I think she said the water was cold. Good job you couldn't hear her too well, I think. Now, John McLeod shows how it's done with one hand. Straight in with one hand. But he forgot to let go with the other one. Never mind, John. We enjoyed it, sitting here in the dry. And Bob Warman proving what a good old sport he is from the other team, helping him onto the bank. John Kane decides one's enough. But look at his face. Now, has the smile, the man who laughs at everything, really turned sour? Watch him here. And is this a sneer I detect from Mr. Warman as he walks past? Could it be? I think it was. And here's old Red Sox. One go, two goes, and in he goes. Mr. White's in the drink, and as he comes off, still smiling, step forward Master Edward White, just to check that everything's okay with Dad. Well, great stuff indeed, and Mike Fisher, the man who runs that assault course, is here with me. First of all, Mike, how do you think they all did?
Did very well indeed, didn't they?
Did they have a go? I mean, we've seen what we think is the first attempt at that course, but tell me, did they really have another go beforehand?
Oh no, that was their first effort, that really was.
They all got a bit wet, didn't they?
It was very cold as well.
Now, knowing, having seen the postman staggering through the office with great sacks of mail, I know how popular Newshound is. What about people who want to come and have a go on your assault course?
No, that's, I'm afraid, a private affair, really.
And it's all there, obviously, for a very serious and worthwhile cause.
Yes, certainly is, yes.
Well, I believe you've actually brought on small mementos to give to these chaps a little later, just to say well done to them.
Yes, I have, yeah.
Mike, we thank you for looking after them, and thank you for joining us. And can I just say to you two gentlemen, if I can actually see you behind this great hairy dog that's been asleep all afternoon, suddenly decided to wake up, clearly writing to Newshound works, because I wrote to Newshound and said, please, sir, can I be Dickie Davies? And it worked. So thank you very much.
Well done to Simon J in our makeup, man.